Hi friends, so as you probably know by now, making your hypnotic techno sound minimalistic yet not boring is an art of itself. The good news is that there are many techniques to achieve this, and today we are gonna look into the essential, incredibly effective technique of modulating the sound with filters. Filters have been in electronic music since the very beginning, as they allow us to sculpt the sound in a very creative way. So with new Ableton 12.2 update, there is a new auto filter, updated auto filter, and today I'm going to show you 5 interesting techniques that you can use in your productions to make it more alive, to spice it up a bit. Okay, let's dig in. So first, let's hear the loop that I'm working. Okay, so it has a kind of like an atmospheric vibe. Okay, so first off, let's look at this clap. So it's just like a kind of clappy rhythm with a bit of like a dub echo or something on it. It sounds okay because it has like this modulation on the echo already. But if we would add a filter, as I have here, so I've added a filter that has LFO on, that has envelope on, and has that 27 by 16th LFO rhythm rate. So it means it has kind of like a polymetric vibe to it. Let's listen to it. And now it's hidden. I've added a bit of phase and the phasing between the lines of, so yeah, it morphs, and now it additionally morphs with this setting, so it changes the steps a bit. It divides actually the steps. So actually the polymetric thing going on in this clap is even more developed. When I add a bit of envelope, it kind of like opens up when the new sounds, but now it hides. So I think in the whole concept, it just adds more movement to the sound, to this regular 1 beat loop, 1 bar loop, or 2 bar loop. Like it's already alive, and I really like it. So next thing what we can do is actually hook it up with another rhythm, so to create a bit of like a question and answer. So I have these hi-hats. The hi-hats play all the time. So if we would add an auto filter to them, I had this. So, and I have, yeah, now nothing changes, but now if I add an external source sidechain, and I've chosen this channel, and I've chosen, you have to set up the envelopes to be like, depending on what you're trying to achieve. I want to achieve the thing that when the claps play, the hats will hide. Okay, let's hide those a bit. Yeah, now we have more hi-hats going on. And hi-hats. And now more claps, less hi-hats. I could use it the other way around, so when the claps come in, the hi-hats will kind of like emphasize the clap. So now they were like a layer. Now they hide, no claps, no nothing, no hi-hats. We hear more claps, more hi-hats. Yeah, so depending what you're after, you can create this either Q&A or kind of like a layer thing. So I think this is very nice, and this kind of like make the two sounds play with each other and work together. The third bit would be to add a bit of like a melodic kind of effecty context. So I have this really simple sound. It's just one note in operator. It has a bit of like this, a bit of movement, really fine. So what I did here was I set up the filter that it has a big, really big resonance. I can even drive this a bit. Let's see how it's gonna sound. Yeah, so I can find the frequencies I like, and then when I turn on the LFO and I choose the waveform to be square, let's do it without morphing. Let's turn this off. So let's hear. Now we're getting some like weirdy shapes. Yeah. In the whole context. Let's add a bit of phasing. The second idea would be to have sample and hold. So this is gonna give us some random effects. And let's find some different rhythm. Or maybe let's do 16th. Let's try different shape. Let's maybe do yeah, this now. This is interesting. Let's add oh, this is nice. I love it. Very drony. Alright, so that would be the third one. The fourth one would be to use this Vovel Shapes, and I have this operator. It sounds like this. And by the way, you can download this drone from the pack that we've created. The link is in the description. So I've added the auto filter with its new vowel sound. Yeah, and I've added a bit of LFO, so we get different like tones. And I think this sounds really nice. If I would change this to, yeah, we don't get it like this vowel sound. Yeah, so I encourage you to experiment with this one. It gives really nice results. And the last one would be actually to add a bit of movement to the atmos sounds you have. So I have this atmos sound. It's fairly already, it has a lot of life in it. Yeah, by the way, you can make it with pulse stretch. The video where I show you how to make those sounds is in the card. But when we add filter, and I've chosen this notch and low pass thing, and I've added the LFO. So I have LFO linked to the resonance, that we have a bit of more resonance here and there. We have some morphing linked, so it changes the morphing of the filters. And I have the LFO rate, so I'm like constantly modulating the sound Yeah, I need to maybe give it a bit. Yeah, so right now with this short sample, we can get a lot of things done. There's a lot of movement now going on. Yeah, so that's it, my friends. I've shown you 5 interesting techniques that you can use with new Ableton Live filter. If that was interesting, check out this link on my right side, where you can learn how to use this new core device in Ableton Live 12.2 and how you can use it in Hypnotic Techno. I hope this was useful. Till the next time, bye.